All right, so this review is about the MetAir Power. It's called the Solstice, and they have another one called the Ranger. I don't have the unit right here because I had to send it back because it's a prototype. And right now, they just hit Kickstarter yesterday, and it's going to be a pretty good thing for the prepper community, I believe. I had about 10 days to play around with it, and you'll see in the other parts of the video that I'm going to add to this. So I contacted them after I saw them on Facebook, and they told me all about it. The guy, Kevin Maloney, he called me, and we spent about an hour on the phone, and he was selling me on the unit, and the things he was telling me was pretty cool. You have regular, chargers. This, as you'll see in the picture, is something totally different. It's not your normal stick charge or solar charger. This is a dual USB battery charger that once the battery is depleted, you have to get another battery. But you get 28 charges around, what they say, off of this one battery if you ever use it. Now, if it's going to be in addition to your other preps, like your solar panels and your gas generator and all that, then you could just put it away. The plastic, as you'll see in my other video in the pictures, once you pull the plastic off, then the battery is now ready to hit the connectors and the leads. But if you don't pull that plastic off, the battery can sit there for years. So what we're going to do is I got my notes, and we'll go over my notes for my 10-day testing, and I'll tell you all about it. It's a pretty cool thing. All right, like I said, I contacted them, and they told me about the Kickstarter, and excuse me, he didn't know really about the prepper community. And he asked me, I got a dumb question for you. How big is the prepper community? Now I just started giggling. I'm like, that's pretty big. I said, if you think about the gun culture in this country, and it's about the same size, if not equal to, the same uses, same people. All right, so like I said, this is an addition to, this is not a replacement charger. This is not like the stick chargers or your solar chargers where you recharge it. This, as you'll see in the picture, it's got two USB charging ports. It's got a white flashlight, red flashlight, white and red flashlight that flashes on and off. Excuse me. Ooh, that's soda. So don't think of it as a replacement charger to your other chargers. They all have their place. This you'll just be able to take out and keep out if you're going camping, fishing, hunting for a week. You don't have to worry about recharging that little stick charger or recharging your solar little case. This you can just leave on, charge, turn it off, charge, turn. There's no recharging it. And the battery won't, when the battery's dead, it won't let you charge it. It'll tell you that it's no good anymore. All right, so and the people that are testing it right now, besides me, are the wildfire firefighters. They needed something besides their generators because the gas runs out. They needed something that besides their 12-volt charging things. While they're out there for a couple of weeks, they needed to keep their devices charged. So they've been testing it, and they've fallen in love with it. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's see. The specifics. I'm going to show you the chart that they have of all the specifics, and you can freeze the frame on that, and you can read all about the specifics of it. I'm not really an electrical geek, electrician geek. So if you are, pause it and you'll see that. I'm going to show you right now what the picture looked like of the unit itself. I'll show you the hinges, the clips, the battery, the connectors, the leads, the flashlights. You'll see all that in the picture. All right. Okay, the battery. It's a zinc air battery, something I had never heard of before. I had to look it up. It's basically based on airflow. The more air it gets, the better it works. Again, specifics coming up. You can pause that and you can read all about it, or you can Google zinc air batteries. And that's how this unit works, is off a zinc air battery. Talked about the storage and the plastic. Let's see. And the battery, it's 2.2 pounds. And it's a lot lighter than carrying, with the picture I'm going to show you, this whole bag of D batteries. Everybody who has lanterns and all, other stuff that requires D batteries, that crap gets heavy after a while. So you really don't want to carry around a bag of potatoes in weight of batteries. This replaces all that. And so that's a good thing. The flashlights. I'm going to show you the flashlights right now and how I used them. Pretty bright. And I did the flashlight test after about 30 something charges. And it only goes to 28 charges. Now I had left this thing on all night long in a test. Like somebody, left it on by accident. I had put it in the direct heat, cold. I left it outside overnight and around freezing temperatures. Worked fine. Left it in direct sunlight for about 6 hours. Was fine. I shook it around. I beat on it. Still worked. There was nothing wrong with it. It was amazing. It's got 18 white LEDs, and you'll see in the curve, and it's got 10 red LEDs. All right, guys, here we are in the dark. You're going to do the light test. Now, mind you, this has been charging, I don't know, for about 8 days now. I've charged phones, tablets, iPods, iPads, anything that had a USB port, I was charging. So right now we're going to do the flashlight and some other things. All right, first we're going to turn it on, and as you can see, we've got the flash on the phone, so the brightness will be adjusted for that. But there's the first one. Now, besides my flash, there's the regular flash. There's the brightness with the flashlight on that. Alright, so there's that. Next we'll go to the red. Now, this is great for an emergency, or if you want to, go tacti-cool, there you got that. Then we got the flashing white, which is pretty neat, especially, again, search and rescue. And it's pretty bright. Check that out. Alright, now we'll go to flashing red, which, of course, is subdued, but you can see it in the background there. Then we have flashing white and flashing red. So you get that squad car kind of effect. You just had some blue, you should be good to go. So anyway, yeah, there's the flashing. We'll go through the settings again. Off, straight white, red, flashing white, flashing red, flashing white and red. Melting or anything like that. So here's another test we're going to do. We're going to shake it, move it around, do all that. She's still on. Flashlight is still working. We're going upside down, sideways, jumping like that. It is totally amazing. I mean, that is pretty good. And again, we'll go through all the settings. White, red, flashing white, flashing red, flashing white and red, and then off. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, you've got that, and there's your leads, there's the connections. You got the one cord right there. You've got the O-ring right there. Goes all the way around. Now, of course, it's not waterproof because you've got ventilation holes right there for the battery, which, as I showed you in the beginning, you know, comes right out, and then you slide it back in. And then, of course, you've got some circuitry underneath here. I can show you kind of in there, right there. And there's the rest of the board right there. And you've got, since this is a prototype, I would think there'd be screws in all of them. And of course, you know, they're deep-seated. And I'm doing all this in the dark to show you that this is what it's made for. Emergency flashlights. You'll see in the video, like I said. Okay, now after that, I'm going to get into the devices I charged. I charged this phone a bunch of times, actually while using it, filming, you'll see. My iPod, my iPad, my wife's phones. I even recharged the little sticks we have, the USB charging sticks. Recharged those. I mean, I went, and this thing was still charging. Now, as you'll see when I say in the video, it's not a fast charge like when you plug it into the wall. It is a slower charge, but if you put it on airplane mode, like with everything else, it'll charge faster. So you'll see my different chargings of that. Alright, as you can see, I have a totally dead iPod. And I got my MetAir portable power system, which you get 28 charges off of one around $30 battery. Okay, so this is a test right here. We're going to turn it on, hit the button, and there we go. It is beginning to charge, as you can see. Block that up right there. There we go. It is beginning to charge. So this will be charge number 1. Alright, it's been about an hour. Let's see where we're at. We're at half battery. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, we'll check back in a little while. Alright, we got one iPhone 4S, my wife's old phone, and the iPod going. We'll see how it goes. As you can see, that one is completely dead. Sorry for the light. And then the iPod is almost charged. Alright, now we're going to test the iPad. And that was at 61%. Again, sorry for the light. I'll show you, it was at 61%. Turn it on. And there we go. I'm recharging the phone too. The iPad was fully charged. So yeah. Okay, let's see. My thoughts on the unit. Like I said, it's called the Solstice, and the other one's the Ranger, the bigger one. But these are prototypes. These aren't the final units. Like I said, they're on Kickstarter right now. They're trying to raise money. They're going for around $79 once they go in full production. And that includes the batteries, which are around $29, I believe. And, you know, if you're going to use it all the time, I suggest picking up a few batteries. Spend $100 on batteries versus these cell batteries versus those little USB charging sticks, like I said, that you had to recharge all the time. These are great. You put them in your boat, you put them in your camper, your ATV, and your vehicles, and you always have a charger ready. You don't have to worry about anything. You can take them out in the middle of the woods where there's no vehicle, no nothing. You put it in your backpack, and you've got your devices charged for the whole time you're out there. No worrying about, oh, if I use the charging stick now, I have no way of recharging it. Or I have a solar charger, but I have to wait because there's no sun, there's clouds. So yeah, I mean, the prototype, hopefully they go into full production. This will be great. I can't wait to get a full production one. So get a chance, go check them out. So okay, we'll get back to my thoughts on it. They might be adding in the lid, when you'll see the video, the lid, they might be adding a mini USB charging stick in there. So you use that first. Or you can only use that if you don't want to use the unit. If you just don't want to pull the battery, you use that thing and recharge that somewhere else. This way you can save, the battery for something else. Okay, like I said, the battery issue being drained and done, and you need to buy a new one. I understand that. But if you look at the price per charge of what you're getting versus the USB sticks or the solar chargers, and think of it as in addition to, not a replacement of. Once you use your solar thing and it's raining out or cloudy out and you can't get any more sun, and you use your stick, you have this. It's the great backup. We're not trying to replace anything. They're trying to make your prepper toolkit bigger and better, and you have more options. It's always about options. We want options, 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 and this is a great option. And like I said, you get the 28 charges versus a single charge for extended trips and power outages. For your devices, you got kids and they want to charge their iPhone because the power's out. Use this. Use the MetAir Solstice. That's what it's made for. Devices. We're a device community right now. Everybody's got devices out of the yin yang. You got kids and their phone dies, and you're going to waste gas on charging that? No, use this. It's a great tool. Okay, let's see. The weight issue. For you people who count every ounce, yeah, this might be an issue for you. But again, as with everything else, if you look at what you're getting versus the weight, look at all the chargers you're going to get. Your phone, your tablet, everything's going to stay charged. Even recharging your mini stick, everything's going to be charged. You recharge your mini stick, you leave the Solstice back at base camp, and then you always got charges. You always have your devices to play, film like I do. I do everything on my phone. So, excuse the dog. He wants to be in the video. Okay, I think they can add a third USB port. That would be great. Two is great as it is, but a third one, you might get a little less charging on the battery. But if you've got a couple of kids and they don't want to wait, this one, Johnny's got to charge his phone and his tablet. Now Susie has to wait to do hers. Or, they were my kids. Just take them away. Another good idea I thought would be offering like a case for it. You put it in a pouch. It's got a shoulder strap. It could have Molly on it. This way you can attach it on the outside of your pack or just carry it by itself. And that would help make the unit more weatherproof. Because it's a zinc air battery, it's not waterproof. It has to have air going through it. I mean, it is resistant, but it's not proof. So if you had a case, a pouch for it, and you could just stick your cord inside the pouch, that would help if it rained out or if it got, splashed on or something. So that's one of my ideas. Overall, it's a great product. When they're in full production, I'm getting mine. I'm buying 3 or 4 batteries, shove those away. We go camping a lot. I go fishing a lot. We do a lot of outdoor stuff, and always having to either plug in to my vehicle if I'm near my vehicle to recharge my phone, and have to worry about running the vehicle, letting it sit there, worry about killing the battery if I don't run it. Everything that everybody knows about. This fixes that. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I'd like to get one unit for my preps and just put it away. Another unit to use, camping, fishing, and hunting, and all that stuff. So, those are my thoughts on that. Now, the Kickstarter. If you like this, go check them out, you know, the web page, and then go to Kickstarter. I'm going to put everything down below, their web page and the Kickstarter page. If you want to throw them a few bucks to help them get this in full production so we can get a few of them, that would be awesome. You know, the guy, Kevin Maloney, he's a cool dude. You know, if you got questions, email him. So, you know, I'll put everything down below. Help them out if you can. So, you know, this is just a quick review. You'll see the pictures in the other video around this. And I really like to help these guys out because any better tools in a prepper's toolkit, I'm with. And especially something that I got to test, try out, and see how it really works. And I can't, you know, praise these guys enough. So, all right, guys, if you got any questions, comments, please put them below. Please like and subscribe and share if you like. And, you know, you can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Google+. Just look for Ghost Talk Prepper. You'll find me. We can talk BS, you know, whatever, about all of my videos or what videos you'd like to see. So, yeah, check me out there and catch you on the next one, which is coming up right after this. Thanks for watching.
United States Marine Corps! United States Marine Corps! United States Marine Corps! One!